Happening now, the search for a missing autistic man continues, the latest in the efforts. Plus, how one local bakery is prepping for a Mother's Day rush.
Well, enjoy today, because today is really the only day over the next few days where you're going to see some sunshine. We'll talk about the Mother's Day forecast as well, coming up as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
The search for a missing autistic Olean man has entered its 5th day. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Olean police say 22-year-old Cole Geiss was last seen on Sunday. Police Captain Robert Blasky tells us his department is scaling back the organized search, focusing more on gathering tips from the community about Geiss's possible whereabouts. Now, the most credible one so far, Blasky says, was from Sunday, where a hunter in a wooded area off of Old Rock City Road south of Olean reported seeing a person matching his description. Now, that area has since been thoroughly searched.
Keep Cole's picture handy. If you think you may see him, right away call police. I would not really try to approach Cole. Being autistic, he may be a little afraid of people just coming up to him. He may try to hide or walk away or run. So if they were to contact police, and it would be helpful also that they record on their phone or take a picture, a video or picture of Cole where they have him. That would be helpful.
Now, Geiss, Blasky says, either left home looking for a new place to live or could be lost. He's possibly wearing a blue zip-up coat, red checkered pajama pants, and sneakers. He also walks with a limp. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call police at 716-376-5677. We have more information in an updated report now at WNYNewsNow.com. A 29-year-old man is accused of drinking and driving following a crash in the town of Ellicott this week. Ellicott police allege Bladen Niles was driving his dually pickup truck east on Willard Street Extension Tuesday when he left the roadway, striking a cluster of mailboxes. Officers say his truck was later found wrecked and abandoned in the Quaint Road area around 12:30 in the morning. The man, police say, was also charged in connection with a theft from an area business the day before. It's alleged that Niles took several building materials from that business, valuing it more than $1,000. Niles was charged by Ellicott police in both cases. Police say he was issued appearance tickets for Town of Ellicott Court. Well, a major decision in the global battle against COVID-19. The U.S. says it would support easing patient rules on COVID-19 vaccines. Britt Conway has more on why and when that could happen.
For more than a year now, the world has been fighting COVID-19.
In some parts of the world, we've really improved.
I'm going to come back next week as well.
In other parts of the world, the virus is spreading rapidly.
The World Health Organization says there have been more global cases in the last 2 weeks than the first 6 months of the pandemic. And yet, leaders from the WHO remain hopeful.
We really have a shot at controlling COVID.
But part of that means shots in arms. Easier said than done, depending on the country where you live. Now, the U.S. says it will support a petition easing patent rules on COVID-19 vaccines.
What India and South Africa have asked for is a temporary waiver to address the pandemic.
There's been pushback from U.S. drug makers and pleas to push ahead from global advocacy groups. One official says the White House met with more than 24 stakeholders before making its decision.
It was a statement that put people over patents. It was about leading in the world and helping producing what the world needed at a time of unprecedented crisis.
It's not a done deal, though. Members of the World Trade Organization have to unanimously agree, and that could take months. But health experts say it's a step in the right direction.
If we help work and collaborate with countries around the world, I do believe we will turn this pandemic around.
No one is safe until everyone is safe.
The end game is the equitable distribution of vaccines.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Britt, thank you. Over 50% of people 18 and up have received the COVID vaccine so far here in Chautauqua County. A downtown Jamestown bakery is gearing up for an uptick in ordering ahead of Mother's Day. Full Moon Rising Bakery owner Andrea Latona says she's whipping up several custom holiday cookies for her customers, focusing this year on cutout cookie sets with flower designs. Latona says generally Mother's Day ordering takes place last minute, with dads rushing to find gifts just days ahead of the Sunday celebration.
Saturday, there's going to be a lot of last minute guys in here like, oh crap, forgot my wife, which, you know, I think it's really good planning that Mother's Day comes before Father's Day so that we can adjust what we want to get you after what you've got us for Mother's Day.
Now, over the past year, Latona's online sales have kept her busy, shipping orders nationwide via her Etsy page, with customers from places like Google buying customized cookie sets for their workers. She says the increased business doesn't slow down her efforts to serve those locally, however, with the best way to place a custom order via her Facebook page. She recommends sending a message to get that ball rolling sooner than later. Certainly a lot of procrastinators out there. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. It's great to see Aaron. Good afternoon to Lori, Buddy, Stace, and Jeremy as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. Well, now let's get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by with that, and the sun is aplenty out there.
Yes, it is. It is a plentiful sunshine day after all the clouds and rain that we've had recently. Live look over Findlay Lake, yeah, it shows you that. 50 degrees right now with a calm wind out there. So, again, the wind really not going to be an issue, but it is going to be a tad bit breezy out there, just a little bit. Satellite and radar shows you, yeah, just a few of those clouds moving on through. No precipitation today, so it is going to be a nice and dry day. Today is your pick day to do anything you want to do outdoors, whether it's clean up the yard, go golfing, whatever it is you want to do. Today is going to be a great day for it. But if you are going out on the golf course, it could be a little bit muddy, so keep your eyes out on that. The chance of rain over the next 5 days, yeah, we spike up to 85% tomorrow as another storm system heads our way. We back it down a little bit over the weekend, and into early next week, we'll see a chance for a few more scattered showers as we enter next week. 45 was the high yesterday. We started the day at 34, 89, and 21 are the record highs and lows for this day. So through the afternoon, a good supply of sunshine. A few high clouds will start to mix in with the sunshine later in the afternoon, but the good news about the clouds being high is that no precipitation is going to fall out of them. It's going to be a little bit of a milder day, but still below average. 51 to 58 with a west wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now we bring in the rain tomorrow, then yeah, Mother's Day, we've made a little bit of an adjustment. I'll tell you what we've made. We'll tell you the adjustment we've made coming up in just a couple of minutes. Justin.
All right, Dakota, I hope it's a positive adjustment, but either way, you'll let us know the truth. Thank you. Well, New Yorkers released from prison will have their voting rights restored upon their release instead of having to wait months or even years under a new law that was signed yesterday. Both the state Senate and Assembly passed it last month, and it was sent to Governor Andrew Cuomo, who signed it into law. Now, before the new law, people released on parole under community supervision for felonies would have to wait months or years to vote until that oversight period had ended. Well, the new law restores voting rights for all people released from prison. A measure that would ban pet shops from selling dogs and cats and rabbits has passed New York State Senate. New York State Capitol correspondent Corina Capabianca with more on how lawmakers pushing the legislation say the act cuts off the puppy mill pipeline here in New York.
The measure prohibits pet stores from selling dogs, cats, and rabbits. Senate sponsor Mike Gianaris says it cuts off what he calls the puppy mill pipeline.
We should not be treating animals as if they are a commodity, as if they're a can of soup that we take off the shelf at the supermarket to buy.
An undercover investigation conducted by the Humane Society of the United States last year found that many New York pet stores obtained puppies from breeders that provided poor conditions. While the legislation blocks stores from selling pets, they can work with animal rescue organizations to make animals available for adoption. Libby Post with the New York State Animal Protection Federation says the adoption fees go directly to the shelters or rescues. She says adoption events and opportunities provide foot traffic for the stores to continue to profit from product sales.
So really the money is to be made in selling food, selling bedding, selling, flea and tick medications, selling the funny costumes we put on our dogs at Halloween.
People can also buy pets directly from responsible breeders. The bill passed in the Senate last year but didn't get to the floor in the Assembly. This year, advocates are looking for a different outcome.
We're seeing some progress in the Assembly this year. Hopefully we get this enacted before the session is out.
The legislation would go into effect 1 year after becoming law. The Senate also passed measures today clarifying the definition of aggravated animal cruelty and requiring abandoned properties to be inspected for animals. In Albany, Karina Capabianca.
Karina, thank you. Next here, the new agreement that aims to further cooperation to help manage Chautauqua Lake. And later, the push from a local representative that's demanding guidance from the state to hold local fairs this summer. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Honest John says what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today, online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
The George Barone Jr. Scholarship Fund is hosting its first annual Rummage and Bag Sale fundraiser. An inductee in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, Barone managed, coached, and assisted in youth baseball for 64 years in and around the Jamestown area. 100% of proceeds generated will be donated, which will provide scholarships to graduating Southwestern Central School seniors who partake in athletics. Learn more by checking out the scholarship on Facebook and joining us for the fundraising event.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
A new agreement that aims to further cooperation in the cleanup of Chautauqua Lake was unveiled last night. Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell says the Chautauqua Lake Memorandum of Understanding will bring together local governments and other agencies that are involved in the lake's management. Specifically, Wendell hopes to break through politics surrounding the body of water, focusing just on the science in the process of combating harmful algal blooms.
Whether we have different letters after our names politically, that shouldn't play into this. We need to just look at science. And what is science? What is the lake telling us? Really, that's what it is. We're talking about other people, but, that lake, if you want to look at it as a body, it speaks, it talks, it shows us things, and we need to listen to it. And then we need to plan accordingly.
Now, the new document comes with updated language that encourages cooperation among more than 20 Chautauqua Lake stakeholders. Each entity, many of whom are municipal governments, have until the end of May to sign the agreement. Work to combat algae on the lake is already underway, with the use of herbicide products and harvesters to fight weed growth. Additionally, Wendell says several scientific groups have been studying the lake over the past year to identify the true source of the harmful algal bloom problem. Residents in Mayville are asked to conserve their water ahead of a new water well installation. Starting today and running through May 13th, Mayville water customers will need to reduce water use as the permanent water pump is installed. replacing a temporary one that was installed back in December during the previous water contamination. Well, next Tuesday, the new pump will be put in. The process will take about 10 hours, with the village relying exclusively on water from the storage tank while the well's off. If during the replacement process the water in the storage tank falls below a safe level, the village will be forced to use one of the contaminated wells to supply emergency water to the system. Now, if these contaminated water sources are used, a do not drink order will be issued once again. President Joe Biden is highlighting help for struggling restaurants and other eligible businesses nationwide. The Restaurant Revitalization Fund is part of his $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill that the president signed into law earlier this year. But as Camila Burnell explains, the president is also focused on what he hopes will be the next $4 trillion investment focused on infrastructure, education, childcare, and paid family leave.
President Joe Biden highlighting how the COVID-19 relief bill has helped Americans.
Is providing checks in pockets and shots in arms.
Addressing the nation on Wednesday, Biden then focused on the restaurant industry.
When COVID-19 pandemic struck, our nation's restaurants were some of the first hit and the worst hit.
The newly launched $28.6 billion Restaurant Revitalization Fund was established to help those who need the extra money.
Businesses that get grants can use it to cover payroll, rent, utilities, supplies.
But Biden is also looking ahead to his next legislative priority, two investments totaling roughly $4 trillion that target infrastructure, education, childcare, and paid family leave.
Everything I'm proposing that be done to generate economic growth, employment, and put us in a position where we can outcompete.
But not everyone agrees.
100% of my focus is on standing up to this administration.
Part of that campaign includes stopping tax increases on corporations and the rich to pay for the next two investments, which Biden says he's willing to compromise on.
I'm going to meet with Republicans next week when they come back and seriously meet with them. I'm willing to compromise.
I'm Camila Burnell reporting.
Camila, thank you. Well, one of Chautauqua County's representatives in Albany is calling on New York State's health department to release guidance that will allow county fairs to open up this summer. Senator George Borrello questioned why guidance was issued for the New York State Fair, which will open this August, while local county fairs have been left out. He says New York's 55 county fairs are essential to the local economies they support. In his Senate district alone, he says the Allegheny, Cattaraugus, and Chautauqua County fairs draw over 100,000 fairgoers each summer and generate almost $8 million in sales, benefiting economies and boosting sales tax revenue. Now, the cancellation of the Chautauqua County Fair in Dunkirk this week prompted Borrello's letter to state health officials. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We always want to hear from you, or simply send us a wave or a hello. Good to see Judy, Rick, Pam, Kelly, and Christian as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. Well, now let's switch gears a bit and get a full check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter live in the First Defense Weather Center with that. And I'm loving this sunshine out there, Dakota, but it was kind of a chilly start to the day.
Yes, it was. It was a cold start to the morning across parts of the area. These were the low temperatures this morning. How about freezing even in Clymer this morning? 32, 33 in Randolph, 34 in Delavan and Cattaraugus County, Jamestown at the airport, 34. Also in Olean, 34, and Dunkirk at 37. So that's where we started the day. And I wanted to mention this because it is not uncommon to get frost this time of the year. This is the historical frost data. Now, since we're past a new decade, we start looking at 30-year averages going from 1990 to 2020. Now, last year when we showed this graphic, we were looking at frost data from 1980 to 2010, but it updates every decade. So this is the new average frost date based on 30-year averages, June 1st to June 10th. Now, if you remember last year, the average date of the last frost usually was Memorial Day. But over the last 30 years, we've seen more dates in June where we've actually got more frost. So it's actually been extended to June 1st to June 10th now on the new 30-year average. So keep that in mind. Don't plant anything you want to keep until right around the after of June right now, as that seems to be the new average historical date for frost. How about last night? Downtown Jamestown looked absolutely beautiful. Logan Stearns, he has a wonderful drone and he takes it out all the time. And this is just an amazing shot of downtown Jamestown with all the lights. There's, City Hall right here. I mean, it's a magnificent shot. I mean, we need to get a drone.
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
Yes.
Look at this doesn't look real.
I know.
This looks
doesn't
fake.
It? Actually, I'll step out of the picture here
Yeah.
so you can see the full
I mean, I have it
image
on,
there.
on
Yes.
full HD in my monitor here, and oh my gosh. Thank you, Logan.
Yes. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you have a drone, I mean, you know how amazing these things are. And they can give you some amazing pictures and videos. Of course, Hunters WX on Twitter, the First Defense Weather page on Facebook, and use that hashtag MyLocalWX if you have anything to share. And the good news is the recent rain that we've had has helped to knock some of the drought status down, but we still do have this moderate drought status across basically portions of the extreme southern tier near the state line into northwestern Pennsylvania. That's that darker tan, but the yellow shade is abnormally dry. So woohoo, we're now abnormally dry. Okay, it's nothing to really be excited about, but it has helped to knock some of our drought status down a little bit. Sunshine abode downtown from the top of the Doubletree Hotel, 48 right now as a noon hour. Healthy west wind of 13 with a wind gust at 22, and we have a wind chill of 43. So that's what it feels like with the air temperature and the wind speed combined together. So you will likely need a light jacket to sweater out there this afternoon. This is what's going to be coming our way tomorrow. This is going to bring us the next chance of rain tomorrow. And then notice behind it, an area of clearing. We will see at least a little bit of clearing over the weekend, but not total clearing. So here we go with Future Scan. Nothing through the day today. I mean, it's going to be nice with a few clouds mixing in at times. Those are mainly high clouds, again, way up in the atmosphere. They don't drop rain when they're way up in the atmosphere. So no precip today, but we will see the precipitation increasing overnight tonight going into tomorrow. So Friday, expect on again, off again, rain showers tomorrow. And then as we head into Saturday, something actually happens on Saturday. This has been an adjustment to the forecast. We talked yesterday about how there could be some wintry mix popping up on Friday. Well, the new model guidance has shoved it back. Now it looks like maybe Saturday morning we may see a few wet snowflakes, possibly on the highest hills. And Mother's Day itself should be mainly dry, but we have lowered the rain chances, and you'll see that in a second here. So afternoon today, likely lower to mid-50s will do it today. Here comes the sun. It's a bit milder, but yeah, not all that mild. How about the future coming up right now? 46 tomorrow, we're down again. 51, chance for that mixed rain shower, mainly in the morning. And then Mother's Day, chance for a sprinkle, 53. I think the majority of the rain will likely come Saturday, not Sunday. Monday, a chance for at least a scattered shower. And then better days are ahead, Tuesday and Wednesday, with the sun coming back in full force once again. We'll take a break and be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Slow down, and move over.
Move over. When you see signs,
Lights,
vests,
Please, give us some room.
slow down. Slow down and move over. When you need help,
It's our job
to help you.
to save you.
Despite the danger. This danger is real. Do your part.
Please.
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
move over.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind, to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
For more than a decade, Bitcoin has dominated the cryptocurrency world, but a new coin is now soaring in price and emerging as the next thing in digital currency. It's called Ethereum, and it's now outpacing Bitcoin and going mainstream. In today's Consumer Watch, Mandy Gaither with a look at what experts say is behind this recent jump in popularity and, more importantly, in value.
Move over, Bitcoin. The world's second most valuable cryptocurrency is soaring to record highs. Ethereum, or Ether for short, has seen its price quadruple this year. On Monday, Ether topped 3,000 for the first time ever. That's more than a 350% gain this year.
I started seeing and feeling it in January, and this has just been a constant.
Some experts like entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk say Ether is taking off as more young investors look to diversify their crypto investments.
The Robinhood phenomenon, right? The Reddit community, like every 17, 19, 22, 14-year-old thinks in investing terms.
Another reason behind Ether's rising popularity, Ether is the main currency of choice used to buy non-fungible tokens known as NFTs. These are digital assets popular in the arts and sports collectibles world, and more investors like Vaynerchuk are jumping into the NFT mania. On Wednesday, he launched his own digital art collection called VFriends, linked to Ethereum.
I'm going to use this platform the way that Transformers and Thundercats used toys, the way that Pokemon used playing cards. I'm using the medium of NFT to stand up my intellectual property.
And while some financial experts warn that just like Bitcoin did in 2017, Ether may have risen too much too fast and a major plunge is possible, many adopters say they're cautiously optimistic.
You have to be super careful who you trust in cryptocurrency. There's still a tremendous opportunity to make money in crypto, and I'm still going to take advantage of that.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Mandy, thank you. Now, it has a combined market value of almost $400 billion for all of its coins currently in circulation. Interesting. Brave new world out there, Dakota. A lot of people getting involved in this. We were just talking about during the break ahead of the story that people here locally that we know buy this currency and they sell things and get it as in return. So it's interesting that you think about it 10 years ago, none of this probably would have been happening. You'd have these pictures that they would be selling online, and they're pretty cool if you look more into it. They're actually, you're able to zoom in really closely, if I understand correctly, and you can see certain things within them, and it's popular, and when there's a demand, people are going to, make on it. It looks like it.
I just don't understand it. I mean, I don't understand cryptocurrency. I don't. I mean, I am probably the only one in my generation who doesn't invest in anything because I don't understand investing. I don't understand it.
You ever heard of the app called Stash?
Yes, I actually have it.
Yeah. I've done some Stash, and it's very light stock trading. I mean, it's not a huge thing.
Well, you see, this brings up an issue, and that is nobody in my generation, when I went to school around the turn of the Stone Age, nobody knew how to invest.
Right.
Nobody knew. And now all of a sudden everybody on my friends list on the face bag are now investors.
Right.
And
they're good
like
at a lot
investor. Well, no, I mean,
some people are good at it.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. They think they're, Wall Street Journal, like not Wall Street Journal, but Wall Street investors. They think they know everything about investing. And I'm thinking, like, just 10 years ago, you knew nothing about investing. I mean,
yeah.
Anyway,
it's good to see.
I don't invest.
Good to see
because I don't get it.
Good to see Heather and Rita.
What is Dogecoin?
When Dakota's gotta take it down a notch, he's getting.
I mean, what is all? I mean, I don't understand cryptocurrency. What is it? What do you use it for?
I think just like another currency, you sell things online.
To me, it makes no sense.
And I get the whole value.
It's way over my intelligence level.
Get involved in it, the price goes up because the demand goes up.
Right, I get that.
So,
but it's just like I don't understand the whole rave around, like now the new thing is Dogecoin or whatever, Dogecoin or whatever it is. I don't know. I mean, I just don't get any of it.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Yeah, Dakota's just all about swiping that MasterCard.
Yeah. You can tell over here with all my tech toys.
We are back tomorrow for our TGIF edition, I think. We'll see. See you then.